Hello everyone, welcome to the SI UK India webinar. Thank you for joining us. We are now live with University of Liverpool. Today we have Yamini, Davina and Shrishti with us. They will be taking us through this webinar. We'll answer all the questions after the presentation during the Q&A session. So let's start the webinar. Over to you, Yamini. Yamini, you are on mute.
Yeah, we're just going to share the PPT.
Sure.
Yeah, perfect. Hi, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining this session. So my name is Yamini, and I'm from the international recruitment team of the University of Liverpool. And I'm joined by my colleague, Davina and Shrishti. We also have two of our student ambassadors from the university here. So Andrea and Dishi are here to support us with the session as well. And so I'll start with basically an introduction to the university and the academic opportunities that we offer, as well as about the guild and the career studio. So before I proceed, just some housekeeping rules here. So we won't be taking up any questions on application status or any particular student IDs that you want us to track. That's not what the session is about. So please be mindful of that. But we are happy to answer any questions as long as you're adhering to the agenda of this session. So yeah, next slide, please. So why the University of Liverpool? So as per the latest QSN Times Higher Education rankings, we have been ranked in the top 200 universities in the world. Liverpool is also associated with 9 Nobel Prize winners. We have 3 faculties at the university, health and life sciences, science and engineering, humanities and social sciences, and we offer more than 400 programs on campus. Our halls, the university halls that the university has, were the winner of the Best University Halls Award a few years back. Liverpool this year has also been named as the 7th best city in the world as per Time Out. And our management school is a Triple Crown accredited institution, which has accreditations from AACSP, AMBA, and ICIS. And that's like the gold standard for business schools. We are also one of the top 25 UK universities that are most targeted by leading graduate employers. And this is as per the High Flyers report. Now, coming over to the academic opportunities that we offer at the undergraduate level. So if you're taking a UG program with us, you have the option of taking a study abroad. So it could either be in China, because we have a campus there called XJTLU, or you can do like a semester exchange or a year abroad with one of our partner universities in Europe, US, or Australia. Students also have the option of doing a joint degree, which could be a 50-50. So say, for instance, you can do an economics with politics, you can do business with media and communication. You also have the option of doing a major minor in your undergrad, so 75-25 split. So say, for instance, law and business is an option. You also have the option of doing a sociology with criminology. So these are just a few examples that I've mentioned here, but of course you have many more choices. There are language options as well that you can do at the undergraduate level. So say, for instance, any one of you, if you're interested in doing international relations, you can combine that with Spanish, or if you're interested in economics, you can do that with French. And most of our UG programs also offer a year in industry. So that is something which is very popular with undergrad students, because that's one of the year embedded in your degree where you can do a long internship related to your field of studies. So a good way to gather relevant industry experience. Next slide, please. Moving on to the postgraduate academic opportunities. So we offer advanced programs, MSc and MA and MRes programs within engineering, computer science, finance, architecture, biological sciences. We also offer a few conversion programs at the university. So within physiotherapy, occupational therapy, we offer data science and AI psychology. So by conversion, what I mean is that if you have not pursued this field of studies in your bachelor's, then you have the option of doing it for the master's straight away, hence the conversion course. We also offer year in industry. So again, at the master's level, we have it for computer science and the triple E programs. So instead of a 1-year degree, it becomes a 2-year degree, wherein the second year is your year in industry, and both the years have equal weightage. So at the end of 2 years is when you get the final degree. We also have a January intake for a few of our programs. That's limited because we are a Russell Group institution. So within engineering and a few health sciences programs, we offer a Jan intake as well. Emerging programs. So the university is trying its best and, being very consistent in developing industry relevant programs and meeting the needs of what our students are looking at. So we have some very interesting courses like financial technology, digital business, and AI. We have courses like data science for economics. We also have courses like data science and communication. So if students coming from social science want to switch to a data science and want to do that interdisciplinary course, then you have those options as well. More information you'll be able to find on our website. Next slide, please. And now this slide basically I've put just to give you a glimpse that we'll be discussing the Guild and the Career Studio with our student ambassadors, Andrea and Dishi. So I'll now be starting with that. Just allow me a minute, please. All right. So Andrea, the first question I'd like to pose to you, and that is, we are focusing on the Guild here, right? So what can you tell us about the Guild and what does it do?
So the Guild is literally the heart of campus. It is a building located in the central campus, and it is where the student union is. And it is also home to many societies. Over in our university, we have 200 plus societies, from cultural societies to art, dance, music, whatever you name it, you have a society. And all these societies organize many events. So the Guild is where all the events takes place. And the Guild personally organizes many welcome events and so on. So the Guild is literally a student hub with many social spaces, and they even have their own food court, a mini bar, and Starbucks.
That's interesting. So have you joined any societies?
I have. I mean, I am a part of the Hindu Society and the Mallu Society. I think it's the best way to, meet people from your own place, especially since you're an international student. And I'm also a part of the Fashion Society. So the students have an opportunity to be in the committee. So I'm a committee member of the Fashion Society. We organize many events, from fashion themed movie nights to fashion shows and so on. So yeah,
That's
you
amazing.
can join as many societies as you want. So yeah.
All right, great. And what about you, Dishi? Have you joined any societies?
Yeah, definitely. So I'm a part of the Baking Society, the Hindu Society, Salsa Society, Business Management Society. And since I did my undergrad in pharmacy, I also joined the Pharmacology Society, just so to keep the interest alive. So it's a mix of different things, but that's what makes it interesting. I learned how to bake, and I also learned a little bit of bachata, which is a form of salsa. So, I had the opportunity to attend the Diwali ball as well, which was organized by the Hindu Society. So, societies basically help you to keep busy and have fun while learning something new.
Right, that's amazing. So, how do you get to know about these events?
Okay, so the Guild is basically very active with events happening constantly. So you receive emails when there are new events scheduled, and you also can keep a track of the events on the Guild website. And and also on their Instagram page. You can also, keep an eye out for the events on the My Liverpool app. So, it's a schedule lined or on the app. So, you can just keep a track of the events whenever something is happening.
Right. So, considering you are a postgrad student, how many, like, are you very active when it comes to guilds, or are there limited societies, or how do you manage, the societies and your studies?
Okay, so it's not that difficult to manage. I mean, you can join as many societies as you want,
Mhm.
and whenever you are free in between lectures, you can just go and attend these events with your friends and just have fun.
Okay. And what about you, Andrea, considering you come from an undergraduate background? So, are you super active, or in general, are
Uh,
undergraduate students very active
yeah,
when it comes to the guild?
yeah. I mean, undergraduate students are really active when it comes to the
Okay.
guild. Most of
Okay.
them even, are a part of all the committees for different societies. I think it's a great way to, meet like-minded people, and
Mm-hmm.
they have many classes going on. Like as Dishi mentioned, the Salsa Society gives weekly classes for salsa and bachata. Then the Dance Society does many dance classes. I'm someone who's interested in dance, so I've
Okay.
tried out all the dance sessions. So there's something going on always in the campus. So according to your free time, you can just go in and meet friends and also learn something new. So
Uh-huh. So that engagement is always there.
yeah,
That
true.
it's
Yeah,
a great way to socialize as well.
socializing.
Right. All right. So moving on to my next question. There are also elections, right, that the guild does. So can either of you talk about that, please? Andrea, do you want to take this up?
Yeah. So the guild do give an option for you to be in the student union. So the elections, I think mostly the postgraduate students take up the election, because once they're done with the university, they
Okay.
have an option to run the guild, and
Mm-hmm.
they take place. I mean, they consider all the issues faced by the students. Recently, they came up with an idea where students can self-certify if they are late to submit an assignment. So yeah, they bring many options for the students, and they are someone who students can always approach to
Right.
for anything and everything, yeah, they're facing in the campus.
So there are a lot of benefits that way that the
Yeah,
guild gives to the students. So
yeah.
Nishi, do you want to add to that? Like, have you been a part of the elections, or do you know, did you see what happened during the elections?
Yeah, I mean, surely I actually didn't, be a part of the election, since I was a little bit busy with, since being a postgrad, you need to,
Yeah.
focus on the job opportunities as well. So, but yeah, I did see the elections. I mean, I voted for, the person which I wanted to be elected. So yeah, you can be a part of the elections. You can choose the students which, you want to be elected, which you want to lead your society. Or so no, yeah, it's
Okay.
good. You can socialize and network.
That's great. That's great. Right. So I'll now move to the questions for which are on our career studio basically. All right. So Dishi, my question is to you now. What exactly is the career studio, and what kind of services do they provide? And tell me a bit of your experience with the career studio.
Okay. So the Career Studio is basically part of our careers and employability team. So it's a space led by the students for the students. And the Career Studio helps you in planning and researching a career that's right for you. They help you in finding part-time jobs. They help you to develop skills at, their master classes that they arrange. You can find work placements, and, you can receive help with your CV applications and your interview advice. So, the career coaches are trained to help you explore options, develop new skills, and practice and perfect your performance, basically. So, yeah, so I had a really great experience with the career studio. I used to pop in for, the help with my CV. So they helped me refine my CV, and, there are a lot of benefits to be engaged with the career studio as well. So, you can receive professional professional guidance from the career experts who understand your unique needs, and they tailor the advice to your needs and your professional expertise and stuff like that. So yeah, it's really nice. And there are also a lot of different digital tools to fit with whatever stage of the career you are at right now. And yeah, they help you to prepare your applications and navigate the job market.
Okay, so have you done like those mock interview sessions with the
Yeah,
career coaches? How
yeah,
was
I
your
definitely.
experience?
So, the first time when I popped in for the mock interview, it was, I was really very nervous and I didn't do that great. I was very bad at that. And then they advised me on, how I can, I do not need to be, I need to build a little bit more confidence, because the people with me do not know that I lack confidence or stuff like that. So they were just helping me to, get better at the mock interviews. And I feel like the first time, and when I compare my first time with today, I think I am doing great, and it is definitely going to help me when I actually sit down for an interview during my job process.
That's great to hear. That's great to hear, Dishi. Andrea, the next question to you would be, could you tell us a bit about the handshake account that the university offers to its
Yeah.
students?
So the Handshake account is a career networking and management building platform. It is a site, or it's a website where you can find on-campus roles, internships, work placements, and not only campus-based, but any job you're looking for. So it is similar to LinkedIn and Indeed, but what makes it different is that it is partnered with the university. So through Handshake, you can find all the job opportunities available on campus. And it also specifies any career networking events organized by the university or in your local community. And even they have many resources, like she mentioned, many resources where you can update your CV, or they help with your interviews, the video interviews, and so on. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, so the handshake is pretty much your entrance towards the job opportunities available on campus.
Okay. So when is a good time to visit the career studio, and how do you find out if you have to book any sessions? Do you have to book any, do you have to book any appointments with the careers team? How does it work?
Yeah, so the career studio is located in the center of the campus. So you really don't need any appointments. You can always drop in. It's
Okay.
open from 9 to 5 during term time. And you need to book an appointment if you want to like meet them virtually. Otherwise, you can always drop in and there's someone to help you always. You can just sit with them. They'll help you with with updating your CV, or if you want any trials for your interviews, to build your cover letter. So they are there to help you with anything job related.
Right. So Dishi, my next question to you would be like, what are the benefits that you think, what are the benefits of being engaged with the career studio?
Okay, so basically there are a lot of benefits with being engaged with a career studio. You can, receive professional guidance from career experts who understand your unique needs. The career studio provides access to the best digital resources to, enhance your CV, your skills, and to grow your confidence. The tools are designed to fit whatever stage you are at your career thinking. Through the master classes and workshops that are offered, you can, also learn techniques to network. You can get professional etiquettes, and whether you're looking for part-time job or internships or full-time employments, the career studio offers support in navigating the job market, finding a suitable position, and preparing your application related to the position. So, by receiving the guidance, feedback, and support from the career experts, you can build confidence in your abilities and feel more prepared to pursue your career goals. So, it's better to always be engaged and constantly, just keep dropping in and, build confidence and, getting better with time.
Right. So Andrea, over to you now. What are some on-campus roles that you can share with the audience? Some on-campus roles that students can do while they are studying.
So the university offers many on-campus roles, from part-time to work placements to internships. You can always find work opportunities in your particular department as well. But two things I was interested in was the career coaches. Like she mentioned, the career coaches are run by students to help other students. So So this is open only to undergraduates. So if you're an undergraduate, you can always apply to be a career coach. For I think it is good to like train yourself and also to help other students. And something else would be the international student ambassadors, like how me and Dishi are. We talk to other international students to help with anything they're facing, anything regarding the application or any doubts they have regarding the university. And the campus also provides many part-time roles in the guild, mainly in the university bar or university food court. And there are many cafes and stores located around the university. So there are part-time roles available in all of the stores. So yeah,
And how do you apply for these roles?
so all of these would be available on Handshake. So all the
Mhm.
on-campus roles are available on Handshake. So once you create an account after you join the university, all of these would be visible to you. Yeah.
All right. Okay. That's great to hear. The next question would be for Dishi. So, have you attended any career fairs so far or any, part-time job fairs that the university has organized?
Yes, I surely did. So this year we had our biggest career fair yet, where I got to meet up with so many employers. There were over 100 employers wanting to connect with students, and I was able to meet with some exciting businesses that I may want to work with once I graduate. I also attended the part-time fairs where I met employers with job opportunities from retail to hospitality and everything in between. So they were looking to recruit students, and it was a great opportunity for me to, network and gain a little bit more working experience and knowledge about what they're actually looking for and tailor my CV according to the needs.
Right. So could you please tell us the names of some of the employers that visited during this career fair?
Yeah, sure. I mean, there were employers. There was Lidl. There was Asda. They attended the career fair, and there were a lot of there was JP Morgan, and there were a lot of big companies, and it was a great opportunity to talk to these companies and build a reputation. I mean, just start talking and let them know that you are there in the mix.
Right. And how many times in a year do you have these engagements?
So the full-time career fair, it happens. So I think both the career fair they happen twice a year. So part-time fairs constantly keep on happening whenever there's a chance, and the full-time career fairs they happen twice a year.
Okay, right. All right. The next question is for Andrea. So you mentioned about the digital tools. You as well as Dishi, you guys mentioned about the digital tools and resources that are available. So could you share some insight if you have used those tools and what exactly are these tools?
So the digital tools are mainly to, enhance your skill or build your confidence and so on. So even the Career Studio as well as Handshake provides many digital tools and resources. To name a few, I would say we have something called Shortlist Me, where you can just practice your video interviews at your own pace and they'll give you feedback on how you did. Then we have something called CV Set, or the career set as it's known commonly. So that is where you can just upload your CV and you get on the spot feedback and the score on how good your CV is. And they also have many online courses and masterclass where you can just build your networking skills or build your skills through, according to which career platform you're looking into moving to. So
Mhm.
those are just a few of the digital resources. We have so many. And yeah, it helps you with everything from the start of building your CV to your video interviews to your online assessment centers. So they have a digital tool and resource for everything.
Right. So this is all a part of Handshake, right?
Yeah, and Handshake and as well as the Career Studio. So we have a
Mm.
website specifically for the Career Studio where you can
Okay.
find all these resources and they're completely free for university students.
Okay, right. Great. So Dishi, next question to you. Since you're part of the management school and the management school does the consultancy challenge, I believe. So could you share about that and have you participated in that? What your experience was?
Yeah, sure. So the consultancy challenge is essentially an opportunity for students to, understand how consultancy operates in real life. So it basically provides us with a chance to apply our theoretical knowledge to practical real world situations. So by tackling actual business problems encountered by companies, we will gain hands-on experience that will help bridge the gap between the academic learning and the work and working with the company. So in this challenge, we'll get a chance to, work with a company. So this time we are supposed to work with Pagoda Projects, which is an internship recruiting company. So we are supposed to solve their problems. So we will be tasked with analyzing the complex issues and developing strategic solutions. So this
Mhm.
process will basically help us to develop critical thinking and problem solving skills, which is essential in management and consultancy roles.
Right. So I think it's a great opportunity for students who are looking to apply for consulting roles.
Yeah,
It's a
definitely.
very big advantage for them. So yeah, to all students, if you're part of the management school, you'll definitely get access to these workshops. So yeah, that's going to be a big plus. Right. So I now move to Andrea. So Andrea, could you share your experience from a UG perspective? So, your time so far at the university, your favorite thing about the university or your department. Of course, tell us about the course that you're studying as well, and any tips that you'd like to share with the students who are interested in pursuing their studies in the UK.
So I'm doing a joint degree program. Like you mentioned, the university offers many joint degree programs. So I'm doing media and communication with film studies. I've always been interested in both. So I wanted to get an insight into both the fields. So my time in Liverpool so far has been really good. What I love about the city and the campus is that it is so balancing. I mean, the city, it's so calm and it's so peaceful, yet there's so much happening around. Even the campus is so vibrant. You always have something to go for. You're not always depending on your studies or your academic life. So my course uh, gives me an insight into media and the media industries. And also when I do film studies, you get to watch films every week and then you just discuss on the different genres or different aspects of films. And the professors or the lecturers here are so approachable. You get so much support, especially since you're an international student. It will take time to adapt to the UK educational system, but they give you so much support. You can always drop into them and clear any of your doubts. And yeah, I mean, what something else I love about the university is the resources. It's not only the digital resources, but also there's someone to look after you always. You have many emotional, mental health, well-being support always. You have your own academic advisors or peer mentors to whom you can always go to for anything you want to share or any problems you're facing. And yeah, the best tip I would give is to join as many societies as you can. It is the best way to make friends and also to enjoy your time at the university to the fullest. Yeah.
That's lovely hearing your views, Andrea. Just a follow-up question on that.
Yeah.
So, what does, so apart from academics, so how does your day look like in the week and during the weekends as well? If you could share a glimpse on that.
Yeah, sure. So I don't have classes from 9 to 5 or anything. Over here, we only have classes maybe 2 to 3 hours a day. So I have my lectures and my seminars. So during seminars, it's just maybe 10 to 15 of us just interacting on the week's particular topic. So after that, I try to attend as many events that I can from the society. I go for the dance events by the Salsa South, and yeah, during the weekends, I just go explore Liverpool. There's so much to Liverpool than what meets the eye in the first place, from touristy spots to different restaurants. So the best thing about Liverpool is that it's so diverse. You never miss your country so much because there are many Indian restaurants, Indian supermarkets, and Indian societies where they just host Indian cultural festivals like Diwali Ball, and we have another Indian Ball coming up next month. So yeah, there's so much happening. So I think a day in my week is just exploring Liverpool and exploring the university to the fullest.
Right. Is it your first year or the second year?
It's my first year.
First year. All
So
right.
yeah,
All
I've
right.
been
Yeah.
having a really good time so
A lot
far.
of time for you to explore the city as
It
well
is,
as the
yeah,
UK. Have you had the chance to go to other parts of the UK?
a bit. Yeah, I've
Okay.
been to Manchester and London,
All
but yeah,
right.
I've always prefer Liverpool because it's not so busy.
Okay.
And even from the guild organizes trips for us. They've taken
Right.
us to York, and during Christmas, they take us to different Christmas markets around London.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Right. So, Dishi, what about you? If you could share your perspective and your experience. So, Dishi is a postgraduate student, like I mentioned. So, yeah, please go ahead, Dishi.
Yeah. So my experience at the university and within my program here has been really positive so far. So I am doing my master's in management, and the professors are very helpful and engaging. So they're often incorporating real world examples into their teaching, which is a very positive part. The professors are easy to talk to, and they make you feel very comfortable in asking questions. So this creates a nice atmosphere for learning and growing. So I particularly appreciate the emphasis on the practical applications, which will help me in my career goals. And the academic support provided, including workshops and seminars, has been really instrumental. And one tip I'd like to give is to take advantage of the networking opportunities and the extracurricular activities offered, because they can greatly enhance your university experience and your future prospects. So don't miss out on joining societies and clubs, and just popping into the guild, and making friends and network more over there as well.
Right. As a follow-up question to you as well. So, how do you manage your time, so academic part and the non-academic part? So, if you could share a glimpse, give a glimpse on that, please.
Yeah, so I mean, like Andrea said, I mean, the lectures are only for like 2 to 3 hours a day. So, it gets over pretty quickly, but you still need to stay in the university and explore the parts of the university. You can, just attend the events, and I usually engage myself within the societies and clubs. And, I also have joined the university gym. So, it gives me a chance to, just pop into the gym and, make friends over there as well. You can also within the gym there's a swimming pool, so you can go there as well. So you're mentally healthy and you're physically healthy. So it's really interesting. And during weekends I just like to hang out with my friends, explore the universe, explore the city. And
Mhm.
yeah, Manchester and Leeds are pretty nearby, so you can just go in there, explore the cities and come back again to Liverpool.
Okay. So, apart from Manchester, Leeds, have you had the opportunity to travel elsewhere? Have you been to Wales or Scotland?
Yeah, I mean, I have been to Scotland and
Okay.
London, and we're supposed to go to Wales. The university is taking us to Wales. Basically, our program has arranged a trip to Wales. So yeah, I'm pretty excited
That's
for
a
that as
great
well.
thing about Liverpool, right? The location is great. So everything, like things are very close by. Like Wales, especially, you can just take a train and be there in like 1.5 hours. And even like commute wise in the public transport system within the city, that's amazing. So for our audience here, we have public transport like buses, we have ferries, we have metro rails, all of that. And we have the closest, I guess, is the Lime Street station that's there, right? So all that is there. And of course, people there prefer to walk as well. So you might as well want to walk or cycle. So from the campus, there are a lot of places that you can go walking, or you can cycle, or you can take the bus. So yeah, it's totally up to you. But yeah, you do have a lot of options that way. And connectivity wise, the city, so we are 40 minutes from Manchester. We are 2 hours, 15 minutes by train from London. So yeah, well connected that way. And we have one airport, but that's the local airport for within UK transfers and European transfers. So for international flights, you can go to Manchester, which is the closest international airport to Liverpool City. So yeah, that's about the city. Right. So Davina, can you move to the next slide, please? Right. So I'm sharing a couple of QR codes here. So if you want to take a virtual tour of the university, you can do so with the first QR image. And the second one is basically an insider's guide video. So please feel free to scan these and you can watch it whenever you have time. We have a lot of videos on YouTube as well. So if you want, you can watch those. We are very active on Instagram. So we have the Live Uni Global page. We have the Live Uni Careers page as well. So Live Uni Careers is run by the careers team, and they post a lot on the kind of career opportunities that are available. Similarly, if you're on LinkedIn, you can follow our university pages. So there is the University of Liverpool page, and if there are students who are interested for management school, then you'll have a separate page for that as well. And likewise for the careers and employability team. So please make sure that you check those out. And there's a lot of information that is shared on those pages as well. So yeah, that's all from my side. Any questions that we want to take up?
Thank you so much for giving this insightful presentation. Now time for Q&A session. I will just call out question from the YouTube chat box.
Sure.
So the first question is, what is the tuition fees for UG Low PA?
Tuition fee for?
For UG Low PA. It's written like that only.
Okay, so generally, the tuition fee differs from department to department. So if I have to give a range, it can be anywhere between 25,000 to 40,000 pounds per year for an undergraduate program.
Okay. How do you select applicants? What aspect do you look for in an application?
So in the masters, when it comes to the masters applications, we look at a holistic application. So of course, we'll look at your grades, but apart from that, we'll also be looking at your statement of purpose, your CV. We also look at your IELTS scores, right? So, and of course, the LOR. So based on all of that, the admissions team will take a call, and then the decision is relayed to students.
Okay, what is the fee structure of MBA, and is there any scope of scholarship?
So MBA, the fees is around 33,000 pounds. Again, this information will be available on the website. So this fees is relevant for this particular year and the upcoming intake. For every year, the fee structure changes. So please make sure that you're checking our website. Sorry, what was the second part of the question?
Is there any scope for scholarship?
Scholarship, yeah. So we do have, we have the general scholarships that the university offers, and then there are the MBA scholarships. So general scholarships that are offered by the university are up to 5,000 pounds. So it's split into Commonwealth Bursary and the Vice Chancellor Award. So depending upon the nationality and the merit, students can be offered the scholarship. The second set of scholarship is the MBA scholarship. So that can be anywhere like 40%, 50%, and 75%. But then these are very limited. It's a global scholarship. So it's not given to everyone. So you have to make sure that the overall application that you're sending to the university is very, very strong. So yeah, that's there. This is the limited scholarship that we offer.
How can I get in the university if I want to pursue medicine as an undergraduate?
So for medicine, there are very detailed guidance. There is a very detailed guidance that is given on our website. I will strongly suggest you to go and have a look. The medicine application for undergrad happens between 15th of September to 15th of October. And that's through UCAS. So it starts a year before. So while you are in your 12th, you have to put that application. There's a requirement that you must have done some volunteering experience. There is an online course that you should have completed, if you can shadow a doctor, that would be great. And UCAT scores would be required as well. So yeah, but make sure that you are adhering to the 1 month window that is available for clinical science applications, clinical course applications.
Okay. Are there any support services available for international students seeking employment in the UK post-graduation or during their studies?
Yeah, so like Dishi and Andrea highlighted, the Career Studio is always there to support the students, but at the same time, we offer the Career Studio services to our graduates till 2 years after they graduate. So they will have access to all those tools and services that the regular students have. Right. So yes, that will be there. And while they are a student with us, right from day one, the Career Studio is always available to support them. It's just that as an international student, you have to be very proactive. There is no spoon feeding. So you will have to drop in and book those sessions and attend those networking sessions, to be able to land up those internships and interviews.
What exactly is the university looking for while selecting the applicants, and what can I do in order to highlight myself?
I already answered that in the previous question. So what we are looking at is a holistic application, right? Like I said, so you have to ensure that your statement of purpose that you're writing is a very authentic piece. Please do not plagiarize the content. We want to understand your motivation as to why you want to pursue that particular program, what you aim to do out of that degree, why you are choosing Liverpool. So try and answer all of these questions in your statement of purpose. And of course, we look at the grades as well. We look at your LORs. Yeah, so all of that is taken into consideration by the admissions team.
Does the SOP for MSc Cancer Biology and Therapeutics require project proposal mentioned if they want to carry out a project out of interest?
Could you repeat the question, please?
Yeah, sure. Does the SOP for MSc Cancer Biology and Therapeutics require project proposal mentioned if they want to carry out a project out of interest? I'll just copy paste the question in the
Yeah.
chat box. Till that, I will say out one more question. What about the accommodation?
Accommodation. So yeah, so accommodation, students have the option of taking up on-campus accommodations. So we have an accommodation portal, and through that, students can book in whatever suits their, budget. So we have different types of options available. We have studios, we have ensuite, we have flat sharing options. All our accommodation facilities that we have are self-catered. So you'll have to cook, but you'll have your own individual rooms. And booking those is fairly simple. So just go on our accommodation portal once you have an offer, and you have the deadline, which is till July. So as long as you book till then, you will get a confirmed place on our accommodation. And you have the option of paying in 3 installments. So Andrea and Dishi, do you want to add something to the accommodations part? Andrea, do you want to?
Yeah, like you said, we have many options around campus. We have an accommodation like on the central campus towards the north side, south side, and we have, I think, 6 to 7 accommodation available. So that's ranging from ensuite to studios. And I think staying in a uni hall is a great option, especially when you come to an international country. I think it is the best way because you're always near to campus. You can always go back to your accommodation whenever you have a free time. So yeah, and also you have your own perks of staying in uni halls. Uni hall students, they have their own events. The uni halls organize trips, events, and also they have an end of year ball for all the university students. So yeah,
Right. So yeah, they do organize a lot of events also. So
yeah.
that's there. And what about you, Dishi? Are you on a campus accommodation as well?
No, I am not on a campus accommodation, but given a chance again, I'd definitely choose a campus accommodation.
Yeah.
It's better for you to, make friends on campus. You are in the university, so you can pop in whenever you feel like going. It's you do not need to travel a lot. You do not need to walk early in the morning when there are 9 a.m. lectures. You do not need to wake up early and just walk to the university. It's easier, it's simpler, and it's a lot of fun actually, honestly, to be really honest. You can it's fun. You get a lot of freebies. You get just like Andrea said, there are a lot of
Yeah.
events. You can cook food together. You can enjoy. It's really it's nice. It's fun.
Yeah. Just a sec. I'll answer it. Davina will be taking up that question on the cancer biology thing. Yeah.
Sure.
All right, thank you for that. So we have received a question regarding project proposals. And just to clarify, whilst we do not require project proposals as part of your SOP, so generally your project proposal would be something completely different than your statement of purpose. What we look for in the statement of purpose is your suitability and your motivation to study. But you may want to simply put in a brief as to you would like to go ahead and do some specific projects, but essentially it is not a part of the SOP, because that will comprise or will be called as a research proposal or and that is mostly relevant to MRes programs in a way. So unless you're looking at MRes clinical studies course or any of the MRes or Masters in Research kind of degrees, only then are you required to put in a project proposal, which will then go to the relevant professors for review, and then they'll be able to help you in terms of whether you are given a place on that program or not. And for those MRes programs, the research proposal then becomes a mandatory requirement as well. But if you're looking at a standard MSc course, even the cancer biology and therapeutics course, your SOP should highlight your purpose and your reason to apply for this particular program, not necessarily focusing on the research aspect of it. I hope this answers your question.
Yes. Completed a MSc in computing from University of Liverpool. How do I get started on PhD from the same university? Would the course fee and accommodation be financed by the university? Please advise.
All right, thank you for that question. So generally, the first thing to keep in mind with all PhD applications is that unless an opportunity has been advertised by the university, and the advertisement specifically says that it is a funded project, you have to assume that you will be self-funding your PhD studies at the university. And this applies to most universities in the UK, not just to us. All right. The second thing to keep in mind, whilst you are at the university, it is always easier, as in whilst you're doing a master's degree at the university, it's always easier to get in touch with professors, to get in touch or to get recommendations from them for PhD studies. But if you are based out of India, or if you're applying for PhDs exclusively, please know that you should have that financial capacity to fund yourself at least for the first few years, if not all 3 years. All right. And the funding, again, usually if the project is funded, it is only restricted to the tuition fees. So you would anyway have to keep your accommodations and your living expenses extra, which will be self-funded. The fees generally are not mentioned on the websites for PhD programs because the selection process is different. You need to reach out to the professors by yourself. You need to look for suitable potential supervisors whose areas of interest do match with yours as well. Only once a supervisor or a professor accepts your research proposal and gives you an affirmation as to they will be able to supervise you, do you then only apply formally to the university for a PhD position. More details about this can be found on our postgraduate research pages, depending upon which department you would like to pursue your PhD in. and you are free to reach out to potential supervisors on your own, as the details will be mentioned on the website as well.
The next question is, what are the placements post MBA? Does the university provide work visa post MBA?
So number one, we do not guarantee any jobs. It is not our responsibility to guarantee jobs. What we do offer you is the employability skills. We offer you the platform to network and interact with the right kind of people. As you would have heard from our student ambassadors, the kind of institutions that are in place, such as Career Studio, the department-specific careers and employability teams, all of those will be there to support you and guide you in search for jobs, but you need to make all the efforts to apply to them, clear the entrance processes, the interviews, assessment centers, so on and so forth. So we do not offer any placements, the kind of placements that you expect in the Indian context. We do have career fairs, but we have employers coming on campus to basically tell you about what's an offer, but will not be giving you job offers after an interview or after an interaction, the way it happens in India generally. All right. And secondly, of course, if you're applying for an MBA program, we assume that you would have at least a minimum of 3 years of managerial experience, plus a couple of years of general work experience as well. So it's not about the degree alone, but it is also your experience that counts in terms of finding job opportunities after an MBA. So it is basically applying for jobs after getting a degree, but there are services that available at the university which will make that process slightly easier than you just going and applying for jobs directly.
Okay. So next question is, I'm just about to finish my 11th grade. So when should I start preparing for IELTS, UCAT and LOR for undergraduate?
So if you're just finishing your 11th grade, and once you start your 12th, you can start preparing, or you can start giving your IELTS in I would say somewhere around April, May, when you have your summer vacations and you're less burdened in terms of the board's pressure. So the sooner you get done with it, the better. Plus, you will need IELTS score before September anyway if you're applying for the medicine program. The UCAT exam is only for medicine students. Only students who are applying for the MBCHP program, BDS program, or the BVSC, which is veterinary sciences, only those people require the UCAT. And you will have to clear that before you apply for these courses, which will open in September. So when you're in 12th, the September of that, and the 15th of October of that year will be the deadline to apply for all medical programs.
Can you please brief me about the type of volunteering work for medicine that the university require for undergrads?
So the voluntary work experience generally is limited to, like, if you can shadow a doctor possibly, or if you have run medical camps, if you have done any voluntary work that is in the public health domain, anything of that sort, be it part-time, be it during vacation work, or a few hours as part of your curriculum. Maybe if you're doing an international curriculum, IB or A levels, that will suffice. We just need to see that you have that orientation towards medicine and you know what you're signing up for when you're applying for the undergraduate study in the UK.
Just to add a bit there, so there's also, so if you're shortlisted on the basis of your UCAT scores, your experience, and your UCAS application, then the medicine admissions team, they will send you an invite for a Skype interview. So that's a mandatory part for any of the 3 courses that you apply for. So MBCHP, veterinary sciences, or the dentistry program, interviews are mandatory. So they will be asking you questions around that, the work experience that you do, and also your knowledge about the health system in UK, NHS. So make sure that you prepare yourself accordingly. And again, I'll stress on the fact there's a detailed guidance available on the clinical programs web pages as to what students are expected to have done before they put an application. So please make sure that you check that out before you file a UCAS application.
Okay, so I have covered all the questions from the YouTube chat box. Thank you for answering all the questions so well. Do you want to share any final words?
No, that's all from my side. So just to, I think what we can do, share is that we have some deadlines coming up. So so basically the UCAS first deadline has gone, but now the second will be open till June. So make sure that if you are an undergraduate student looking to apply, so please make sure that you're applying by that time. For postgraduate programs, generally it's in July, but that's very late in the cycle. So we will suggest you to apply now or as soon as possible, because the later you are, the turnaround time will increase for the university. And if you apply earlier in the cycle, you can apply for your visas fairly quickly as well. So make sure that you keep these things in mind, and yeah, all the best. Anything that you want to add, Davina?
I think it's covered pretty well. And it's been an informative session I hope it's been an informative session for everyone who has attended. Final words from our end I would also like to add that when you're making an application, please be thorough. Please review your applications clearly. When you're uploading your documents on our portals, make sure that you attribute the right document to the right section, so that it is easier for us to review your applications and get back to you with a response at the earliest. We receive thousands of applications that our admissions team goes through, and by you being sorted, you're also putting your best foot forward, the best impression as well, in terms of joining us at our university. So please make sure that you start working in that structured and systematic way, as you would be doing once you arrive at the university as well. That's on the application side of things. But one final thing in terms of once you're at the university, a top tip would be to be as open and as outgoing as possible, especially for postgraduate students who only come for a year. Embrace all the challenges that come through, embrace all the opportunities that come in, and you won't realize where your 1 year goes. So the more you focus on, besides academics, of course, academics are the priority, but try and utilize your experiences in the extracurriculars and in the experiential world as well. That's going to go a long way once you're at the university. So yeah, I hope that makes sense to all. Shrishti, anything that you'd like to add from our end?
It's just that all entry requirements and every detail regarding fee structure, scholarships, everything is available on the website. So even if you're just slightly unsure, the website will be the best place to guide you and give you the exact information you need. There's country information, the country specific information available on the website as well. So if you want India specific information, entry requirements and scholarships, it's all available on the website.
Right. So yeah, Yukti, thanks a lot for that. And Andrea and Dishi, to you too. Thank you for sharing your experience and wonderful insights. I'm sure they're going to help prospective students for that. So yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, everyone, for your valuable time. All the audience, if you have any further questions, please feel free to contact the SI UK India office. For more update, do follow us on our social media handles. Bye bye. Take care.